Many of you will be wondering why I'm here on a Saturday morning lying down on the mud. It's because I'm here to bring you quality content. Stay tuned and roll the music. I think I've pulled my groin. Yeah, is there a medic over there? Yeah, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad.
Oh, Nick is in the building, talks about his bike, motocross and riding, never cuts the mic. He sails the seas on weekends, regatta here, regatta there, but when we need the director, Nick's never in his chair. Oh, Nick, no more. We've heard it all before.
Yeah, thanks for the chair, mate. Yeah. Right. Too many of us spend too much of the time in the middle of the track, where quite often it's rough, it's beaten up, and it's tough going, rather than exploring all of the track. Here's what the legendary Steve Sword has got to say on the subject. Well, we're here today on one of those legendary Steve Sword training days, and well, I'd like to ask him a few questions. I'd like to ask you, Steve, what your 3 top tips are for line choice on a bumpy track.
Okay, top 3 tips for a bumpy track towards the middle end of day. I would say number 1, realise that there is a lot of track, not just a metre or 2, so use the whole track, insides, outsides. Number 2, I would
I'm here today at Arlingham motocross track, organised by Thornbury Mx, to try and train my mind so that I can explore the full width of the track. I'm going to use this practice day to explore a technique that I haven't tried yet, whereby hopefully at the end of the day I'm going to be able to clip every course marker at the edge of the track. For the first session of the day, I used the Triumph Tf250. I thought it'd be a good idea to set a base lap time using the normal techniques of using the middle of the track that I always use. Later on in the day, after I'd conducted a series of training exercises, I would have a better idea as to whether they were actually successful or not. All of my lap times will be recorded on Crossbox, so stay tuned and watch to the end of the video where all my lap times will be revealed. Okay, I've seen enough of this. Let's try and use the next session and trying to listen to what Steve Sword is telling us about using the whole track. It was in this point in the day that I decided to pull out the CR250 to prove a point by the end of the day that choosing the right lines would make me go faster. Despite the fact I'm on a 35-year-old bike and the track would have been beaten up by then. outside. That way, I can open up. Why? Actually, I've got to be careful. This is the big stone on the very outside of the track. We'll do 2 laps on each outside, and then what it'll also give me is a feel of how much or how little grip for when I need to make the overtake. And it's not too bad. Should be getting a bit. Whoa. Alright, so we've now ridden the perimeter of the track. We've got a good feel of the width of the track, the grip that's out there. We're now in the 3rd session of the day, so most of the track now is pretty beaten up for braking bumps and also acceleration bumps. So the plan is, I'm in the novice group, which makes me feel good, I can overtake people. And the plan is that I start from the back and use my knowledge of what's on the outside of the track to overtake people using the full width of the track. See how it goes. Here we have the crossbox GPS tracking of both the Honda and the CR250. As you can see from the 2 trackers that there are 2 very different lines. The Honda has taken the wider lines using the whole track, whereas on the Triumph, mainly riding down the middle. Time to reveal the results.
We've heard it all before. Motocross and racing, but when it's work, you're pacing.